So, the eightfold path, the fourth noble truth of the Buddha man. It's a really practical way to get on with your day, to help you not 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 be too deep in the suffering, not to be too deep in the suffering or the uncomfortability of it. So I thought that I would just do a video that encompasses all of them. And there's 8 of them. That's why it's called the Eightfold Path. And I created an acronym to help you remember. A simple UC. So we've got right action, right speech, right intention, right mindfulness, right livelihood, right effort, right understanding, and right concentration. I think P would be great for right purpose, but you know, when people talk about the Eightfold Path, they use the word right. I like to use the word wise, but you know, you land with whatever word you feel comfortable with. So let's go all the way back to the beginning. A. That's right action. Wise action. So it's about living with your own integrity and choosing actions that bring about harmony rather than harm. And that means just honoring life, respecting others, being mindful of your choices, you know, and just kindness in every step whenever it's possible. Because this is your action is your offering of peace to the world. And it vibrates out. Vibrate your actions out in a way that doesn't put more asshole out into the world. That's not what the A stands for. It's right asshole. Right action. So the S in simple stands for wise speech. So wise speech is about speaking truthfully and mindfully and from your heart. You know, words have a huge impact, and they can break somebody down or build somebody up. And in Buddhism, it means, you know, don't spread other people's tea around. Try not to lie in a way where you're harming people. Try not to lie at all. But, you know, when your husband's like, hey, should I buy a teeny tiny Mazda Miata? You know, even if you don't think you should have a toy car. Not that there's anything wrong with Miatas. I don't know. Just let him do it. You know, you don't always have to voice your truth. How about that? Instead of lying, you don't always have to voice your truth. You know, just harmful talk in general. You can be kind about it. You can be like, you'd look much better in a Toyota. You know, so use your words for healing and uplifting and connecting. Yeah, and before you speak, you can ask yourself, is it true? Is it kind? And is it necessary? So the next one is wise intention of the simple part. I is for intention. So your intention is your heart's compass. And remember, the word compass is in the word compassion. It's when you look and live in a way of love and compassion and non-harming. When your intentions are from your heart, they naturally follow the harmony of consciousness, I feel, in my humble opinion. You know, You can ask yourself at the beginning of the day, what do I intend to bring into the world with me in my moments? The next one is wise mindfulness. So mindfulness is about like being super here, being fully present. You're living right here, right now. You're not too far ahead or too far behind, even though reflections of them both are a part of this moment. But it recenters you to recognize the gloriousness of impermanence, and the reality of impermanence within this existence. You can practice mindfulness at a red light. You can practice mindfulness when you hear the microwave beep go off, or when your notification bell goes off on your phone. You can set some things, or some everyday things, everyday things that just remind you to come right back into this now, because this now is where it's at. Wise livelihood. Okay, so L of a simple is for livelihood. It's about how you earn your living, and how you earn your living in a way that's not directionally harming other people. It's about finding a purpose for how you want to contribute, in your way of life, and in the way that you work. A question you can ask yourself about this is does my work align with my values, and am I adding to the well-being of others, or am I adding to the not so well-being of others with my job? Only you know that. Okay. The next one is wise effort. So E is for effort. So with wise effort, it's the energy that we put into being mindfully, choosing wholesome thoughts and words and actions, and just letting go of what doesn't serve us and what is definitely not serving others. You can put out an intention in the morning to focus your energy on the benefit of sentient beings, instead of the harm. So, wise understanding. You. A simple you. See, it's a play on words. You, Y-O-U, you. Understanding. This is from a simple you for understanding. So wise understanding is just seeing things as they actually are. Not how we expect them to be, not how we want them to be, not how we wanted them to be or will them to be. Just recognizing the nature of reality and the interconnectedness of things. That you are interbeing. So if a challenge comes up, you can ask yourself with wise understanding, what's the deeper truth here? How can I get to understanding that better? Or if you're in a conflict with somebody, the goal is understanding the other person, instead of fighting for your rightness. And how does your truth or your understanding connect to everyone, everything else, and what are you understanding right now in a way that you're still playing through, because that's okay too. It's all a process. It's all a process of understanding. I don't know. I'm just doing this on the fly, folks. Just doing it on the fly. So, this is a challenge for me. The next word is see. A simple U. See, and it's another play on words for like SEE, but it's actually the letter C. It's not for challenge, it's for concentration. So wise concentration is about focusing the mind with clarity. So through meditation, however you do that, washing the dishes, taking a shower, sitting in lotus, picking your nose. I mean, can't that be a meditation too? But concentrate while you're doing it. So, with a deep presence. A deep presence of whatever you are in the midst of doing, whether you're calling that meditation or not. Because essentially you can meditate all day long, especially if you're following the Eightfold Path, because all of these are interconnected. So you can't just pluck one out and be like, I'm going to practice wise concentration today, or wise mindfulness today. They're all interconnected. So I see a lot of people just plucking out mindfulness, and then it's sort of disjointed, because there's other aspects of the Eightfold Path that help it all go in a way that's a little more smooth throughout your day. So yeah, see, I told you, wise concentration is one that I'm still practicing. So we just with concentration, we learn to in the mind to also rest and pause and concentrate on anything that can help you recenter in your heart, and still the mind. And when we're talking about stilling the mind, it doesn't mean to be completely devoid of thoughts. That's pretty cool if you can get there. That's a pretty cool feat. That's two cool feats. But just coming back to center. And if you're thinking about something that needs to be brought back later, while you're in the midst of wise concentration, you can just make a sticky note. You can make a sticky note of it. I've got to add shampoo to the grocery list, and then just let that be on the wall. And as your thoughts are coming through, your thoughts are just coming through like little puffy clouds, and that's it. No judgment, no nothing. Just coming back to wherever your focus may be. And sometimes it helps if you have a candle, or you want to stare at the palm of your hand, or somebody's nose when they're speaking, or their third eye, or their left eye, or their right eye, whatever, however you would like it to be. But just coming back to center in wise concentration. So that's the Eightfold Path in Buddhism, also known as the Fourth Noble Truth. Obviously, you can see that wise concentration is still a major practice for me. Like I said, the P in the acronym, a simple U, C, and the letter U, the letter C for that, it is not a part of the Eightfold Path. That's 9 letters. I mean, you could also add in what your wise purpose is, and you can make it your own personal. Oh, how about that? It could be personal, your wise personal path. Because I do feel that although it's great to have guidelines and help and all of these things that recenter us back into the heart, your path is your personal path. Your purpose is your personal purpose. But the Eightfold Path has really given me a practical set of just ways to live, to remind me in the awareness that how I be affects the inter-be. And that's very important to me along this thing we call life. And yeah, if you're interested, I could go deeper into these at some point or not. I do like to ramble. But this is just a quick overview, and hopefully it makes some sense or doesn't. Like my partner says, makes sense if you don't think about it. So feel about it or not. I hope you enjoyed it. And I just want to make a notation here that even though I've been studying Buddhism for the past 3 decades now, I don't consider myself a Buddhist. I consider myself a student of the Buddha, just like I'm a student of lots of different belief systems. But Buddhism has helped me deeply throughout my life, and I thought I would just share a little bit of what I know in maybe a little funny way. At least you can laugh at me and or with me, whatever you like. And yeah, enjoy your moments today. Enjoy your moments today when you can remember. Okay. And with radical love from me, Jenny Lane.